Good evening. I'm broadcasting on 2 channels right now, so I'm just sorting that out to make sure I see all the chat, not just the chat from one channel. I'm not twitching on. I'm not twitching. I'm not streaming on. There, that's done it. On oh no, it's not on Twitch this evening because I decided 2 chats is just too much. Normally usually I won't be doing this on ThordTV and ThordMods. Hello. But just for this evening I will, because ThordMods, this is the first day of that new channel. ThordMods it's ThordTV, but it's dedicated to, actually I can close that. It's dedicated to modding. And today modding Fallout 4. In fact, it will be for a little while. Now, before I get going, I'm going to explain a little bit about the mods I'm working on. I think one of the best ways to do that would be to take you into the game. So I'm set for... There we go. Turn the sound off because I don't know. So I'm just going to load a saved game now, which is already running. Oh, that's it, max. It's already running a mod, and I'll just show it to you because I have to start it again, and it seems like a good way of doing that. Let me as well just find a place where I am. Oh, that's it actually. I'll do it here. That's fine. Just as long as I can get there to show you what we're doing. It's a settlement mod, creating a new settlement at Concord. Now, there's a lot more than that. This is not a player home. This is a settlement. What I've done so far does work, but there's a few things wrong with it. I will show you what's wrong, and so that you understand why I'm doing it again. And maybe I'm hoping that you'll learn something by doing this. This isn't for basic stuff. There are videos on the ThordMods channel for the installation of the creation kit, but that's all. There are no, I'm not going to be I don't expect to be uploading any very basic tutorials, but things like this, I will show you what to do. But I will expect you to know your way a little bit around the creation kit. You don't have to know everything, but just the basics to get you going. Wow, it's slow to load. Always slow to load. I sometimes wonder, perhaps it's the, I've got the, what do you call it, high-res graphics pack, and I sometimes wonder if that slows it down. I don't think it does, but I don't know. Well, it's not because my PC isn't any good. That much I'm sure of. Okay. What should we talk about? Here we are. So where am I now? I'm in... Ah, right, well, I don't want to be here. Let's go to... I'll start this in Sanctuary. And I can show you sort of what's going on. This is a... I made this character specifically for... I was creating and testing a mod, and that's all she's done. He. There's a he. All he's done. But time has to pass for the settlement mod. You just have to let it run. And by doing that, I actually found out some stuff that I don't like. It works. Some things are not perfect. Hopefully I'll be able to show you what they are and duplicate them now, but I don't know. Wow. And I bet when I get there, it's the middle of the night. It's always the middle of the night. Couldn't be early in the morning. I'll probably go into God mode now, because I really don't care about having to kill loads of stuff. I'll just use commands to do that. That's not what this is about. Yeah, I could have loaded this up before. I just thought about that. And what do you know? So I'll go into God mode a minute. There we go. Now, I need to find a bed. And this is, let's go 11 hours. What a start. 5 minutes and we haven't done anything yet. And, oh, this first mod I've got, outside of testing, it's got about 40 hours on it. And this will be my third attempt at getting it right. But I'm something of a perfectionist, which I'm sure is appreciated by you lot when you do get a mod that you can download. So start here. This is where the mod's going to start. As you know, better if I show you in a minute, but we all know this place Sanctuary anyway. I won't dwell on that too much. One of the things I'm going to fix, for example, there's a lot of little things I'm going to be doing in this series, and a lot of big things. For example, you know, you get sometimes you'll get the caravans. They'll take their Brahmin through their water, and you'll get all kinds of people walking through. I'll stop that. I'll fix that. There's just lots of little things. This dog never goes away. I'm going to fix it so that you can scrap everything along the road as well as in the settlement, all the way down through to Concord. You'll be able to have. I've started to tell you the big plan. You'll be able to have settlers will be able to walk from here all the way down to Concord instead of being stuck in their own little places. I'm surprised I'm not getting attacked. I usually get attacked when I walk down here. Now, problems. Is it going to happen? You there? Do you see that? The flicker? That's one of the main problems. And the reason for that is I actually replaced a lot of assets. A lot of the houses and things you see here, they're my own copies of the originals, so that I could actually do something within the mod that I wanted to. It's a bit complicated, sort of techie stuff, but I had there, and you get a pause of about a second when you walk past there, things like that. But kind of thing we're sort of looking forward to. I've got the garden thing here going on. We've got into Concord, and everything could be scrapped in here. That's all part of the mod. You can build on the road, which you can't normally do because the road, it just goes through the road. So I had to fix that, all the buildings. I'm going to look into the possibility of replacing these buildings with another building that looks similar, but is not exactly the same. Because I think it's a shame these aren't open, and the way they are, I can show you actually. Turn off clipping. I can walk inside one of these, and you can see what they're like from the inside. To mod, kind of open them up, you can't really, and it's one complete thing. It's not little pieces. Most of it is one thing. So you cannot remove the door, for example. So you could have a door going to a separate internal cell, but I'd like everything open. Now, if I could somehow recreate this house or make something similar myself, I'll do that. Funny thing, today, until this afternoon, I couldn't get the attacks working from the attacks weren't spawning, but I got them going today, so I figured that out. That's taken weeks. I just couldn't get it working properly. So anyway, you get the idea. I'll show you how big it is. Now, Concord settlement right now includes, well, you can see all of this. It goes all the way to this road here. Down there, basically it follows the road to here, then out here, around the back of the church. Everything is part of, and everything inside there is one settlement. Over here, around the back, we're running about the edge now. Sort of over here like this, to about here, I think, and then and the game crashed. How about that? Okay, well, you saw what it was. It's kind of nice that it crashed and it didn't matter. So there you are. Now I'm going to change this now because I've got a modding profile. I mean, that's the sort of thing that can happen, but it's better if it happens to me than to you, isn't it? So yeah, so there's loads of little things to be fixed in the game as well. So I'll be going right through the game. There's another settlement we'll be doing at University Point. And a YouTuber sort of mentioned that he fancied having a settlement there. So I said I would do it. And I will. So that one too. So there's plenty to do. Now I've made some... I've got sort of, excuse the mess. Well, don't excuse the mess. I mean, this is what happens. I've got a list here of things I have to do for creating the The settlement. So first thing then is to open. I'm not opening any DLC master files here, just the main one. It'll be a new thing from scratch, which is kind of nice. There will be a video explaining what I'm doing, and that will be on the ThordMods channel. You can see the names sort of scrolling around along in the corner. Actually, the colours are not quite right, is it? It needs to be a different colour. What should we have? Yellow? Anything so that you can see it, really. Let's do this one. So I'll change the colour to yellow and see how that goes. Like... or green? I know it looks pretty disgusting, but if you can read it... that'll do. I'll do. I mean, you know, I think we'll see. So it's still opening anyway. This is what you have to get used to, by the way, with modding, is things are really slow. So no complaints about it being slow. It's just how it is. So the colour of that, not perfect, but it'll do. So here we are, we're in the creation kit, and we're starting from nothing. So, I don't know, I'll say little things. So, okay, I know you're not complete idiots, but we have got 3 windows open here. This is the render window where you're actually going to see what I'm working on. Down here is the cell view. So down here is all the interior cells, for example. Big John Salvage, Cabot House, and you get a list there of the contents of those cells. This is all game assets over here. So divided into these different types of things. Items, miscellaneous, world objects. I'm going to have to close the window. Sorry, I was hoping to leave it open because there's no game playing, but I think they're a bit too noisy. So that's the creation kit anyway, and I've got all the 4 obviously the Fallout 4 stuff in here, organised in books, constructible objects, recipes for making stuff, and all that sort of thing. Right, Concord, which of course is in the Commonwealth, an exterior cell. But, you know what? I don't need to look at the Commonwealth. I can just look at recent cells because I've been editing this recently. So we look at Concord external. Rather than just, if I just double click that, it'll open over here and it'll be look a bit rough. So it's better to right click on view on one thing. Little tip, I right click on things a lot because it's too easy when you left click on something to just move it a millimeter to the left or to the right, and once you've changed a cell, it's edited. And if you if you just want to look at something in another cell and then go back to the one you're working on, it kind of moves something in the other cell and you get conflicts and dirty edits and all. I don't know, but so right click a lot, you'll pick it up as I go. So loading cell down there. This is why it took so many hours. Stupid thing. Yeah, so I'm not going to keep streaming both on ThordTV and ThordMods in general. Oh, let's see. We're inside of a... Oh no, we're on a building. Okay, so we're going to have a different... I need markers on. I'm going to have it looking a bit different. I'm not going to have such a big settlement. But because I need them to be able to walk to Red Rocket up there, I need to be kind of lined up. I'll explain that as I go. So I find it interesting, but I'm a real nerd, as my wife will tell you. All I'm doing here, I'm just hiding stuff. You know, you get those banners across the road, they actually take up a big bit of space. If you want to click on anything underneath, nightmare. So like now you can see in the corner RE trigger travel. There's a random encounter that goes on in here. I'll have to move that and do stuff, but so I've got this one is a big trigger. I don't want that there. I'm just hiding not everything. There, look. I always keep clicking on these flags no matter what I do. So I'm just hiding things like markers that I don't need to see. Now, here's the thing. I don't really know for sure how to fix it. But, oh, you know what I can do? Save. And I'm going to call it, let me see, oh, I got 2 mods there called Concord. So TTV is just a naming convention for me. That's all. So we'll call it TTV Concord Mega Concord. What about that? Because it's going a long way. Mega Concord. Great. There you go. Saved. There's nothing in it, but it's saved. Yeah, one thing I noticed when I was testing the other one is there are 2 map markers here. I'll show you. I'll zoom out. You can see exactly what it is. It's that. Get rid of that. I'm just pressing 1 twice to hide it, like that. If you want them to all come back, Alt 1, and they all come back. But for now, I want it hidden. Now there's a thing, and the cause of it is the map. This is the map marker for Concord. Hang on. There, that thing I've clicked on. So that's what gets it to show up in the Pip-Boy, but when you click on it, you actually spawn in over here where this red thing is. So that's that map marker. And of course you've got another map marker here for the museum. Thing is, you can kind of see the yellow circle going out there. You've got one inside another. So what then happens because of that is you have this map marker showing number of settlers, how happy they are, all that stuff, and that marker, both of them saying the same thing. So I don't really know yet how to fix it. So what I'm going to try doing is I'm going to try and just click on the map marker. Unfortunately, there's lots of other things, so I just right click like I said. So I'm going to edit the map marker and make it smaller. Okay, so it's was it extract radius there. So I put the radius to, it's 200. It's 1,000 now. So you see the circle gets really small. So it won't say discovered until you get there. Let's raise it up a bit. There. Yeah. I think that's the best thing I can do. Okay, and this spawn trigger thing, I'll move there. Turn on the things. It's difficult to see because there's stuff covering it, but if you look at the cells, you see down here on the left it says Concord Museum EXT, and if I go just a tiny bit to the right, there it changes to Concord External, Concord EXT. So they are different locations, and I'm hoping that I can do this in such a way that this cell will be marked with the location of, no, it doesn't work. It's set to Concord location. I think that might be, let's just see what happens. Just leave it like it is and we'll see what happens. So that's done. Now I need to hide a ton of stuff because otherwise you won't be able to see a thing. So hiding, there's that trigger again. I'll hide the map marker. It doesn't matter if I can't see that. I can hide that. These might get in the way. So I'm just double tapping on one. Nothing amazing there. Let's hide. I'll leave that one there because I don't want to put anything on top of there. Okay. Right, first thing to do, I got my notes, is add a workshop workbench. So I don't need to highlight all of it. So I'll go over here, just paste it in because I know what it's called. It's one of these workshop workbench. Now I'm going to put it in here. Now that can change, but it's where I'm going to put it for now. One of these, just dump it down there. And I call it a tip. I don't know the angle exactly. If I right click on this one and edit, I get rotation 000. So what happens if I right click on this and I've got there 0? Nope. So edit and I'll have exactly -45. Get everything nice and straight. There. That should be perfectly lined up with that wall. It's not at all, is it? Oh well, seemed like a good idea at the time. It's the sort of hitbox thing on the wall. Doesn't matter. Quick tip: if you find you've got stuff floating, just highlight it and press F for Freddy, and it'll drop down onto the floor. So got that one, and the next thing I need. I mean, you can see how much there is. Just got to be written down, right. X marker headings, 6 of them. If you don't know what X marker heading is, well, you'll find out now, I suppose. So X marker, back to all, and what X marker heading is that one, and that is like this red thing here. That can represent a person or a thing or whatever. So it's going to be, I need, is it 9? I need 8. 8 of those, but 3, I think. 6. 6 are going to go away from here. So I'm going to put those 6. I'll put 2. Yeah, 2. Let's put 2 down here for now. So 1 there. And 1 there. And I need to think of naming conventions. Naming conventions so I can find stuff when I want to find it. That's all. Nothing else. Now one of those is the this spawn thing. Another one is just a center marker. Well, it's not just, it's a center marker. So I will call them spawn and center. That's what I've got here as well. So we'll call them conc. I'll use the American spelling because everything is American spelling. So, oh, TTV, conc. Which one's this? Spawn. Oh, spawn. Put that in there. Rename this one because I want TTV, and then I'll show you why. Just in case you're stupid and don't know. Are you sure? Yep. If I go down here, look, I'm in this cell. If I type TTV, there, I can find them very quickly, that's why. And in other places. And if I were to create something unique, if its name starts with TTV, I can search over here for it as well on the left. So everything's good. TTV. ThordTV. And remember, we are on, you can see the channel names down there now. We've got the new channel today, ThordMods. This is day 1, so don't forget to say hello if you haven't been there before. There's not a lot there yet, but there are a few videos and more will come over the next few days. Right. So I've got the workbench in. I've got 2 markers in. One is right now the spawn one, workshop link spawn. The other one is location center marker. So, is this the spawn one? Yeah. Just give it it's type. So is that, no, it's not. Location reference type. New. This one's spawn something. So spawn. What was it? Location. Nope, couldn't be that. It's center spawn. Workshop link spawn. No. I know why. Of course. So this one links to the workbench, and this one links from the workbench. Okay. So this one has to be linked to new, and it's just let's get so we can see it. There we go. Link to that thing. Cancel. Do you know why? This thing. There goes my text message. This one I'm going to put in here. TTV, conc, workbench. Something else easy to find. Okay, so now I can link to that, and this is where the keyword goes. That it's down here. It's workshop something. Workshop link spawn. Okay, that's done. And then from here, bored yet? You will be. This is going to link to center marker. So new, and what's the name of that one? Location center marker. So select it first, that one, and then location LOC. Can't see it. Location reference. Location center marker. I must be going blind. Location. Workbench? I think so. A workshop. No, because I don't know. Because I can't find it. All I got to do is look at sanctuary. So sanctuary, and it's center something. Sanctuary location. So that one, if I look at edit, and it's linked from, and you've got workshop link center. That was a bit stupid, wasn't it? So yeah, this is the workbench, and it's new. So it was workshop. Why didn't I find that bit just now then? Workshop link, there it is. So these two, that is just literally the center of your settlement. This is where the settlers will spawn. So I will put that in a bit of a different place, but not yet, because I'm going to make a tiny settlement, one cell big in the middle, or less than a cell, and just test it. So that one's done. Now I need, right. I'll put those. Yeah, because I've got to do them for testing. This is the, so this is the attacks. This is where what decides how many there will be, basically, and where they will come from. So they said this. So the first one I need is another X marker heading. So it's still there. Now I have to put this in a cell quite a long way away from where I know the one I know is not going to be part of the mod. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be hidden. It just needs to be in a cell, and this is, look on the left, it's wilderness. Perfect. So I'll go down here, I'll just dump it in there. This isn't where they spawn from, this is like slightly different. So raise it up, if, and what does this link to something then? This one is attack marker, and it links to 3 or more of, link to, oh, center, of course. Yeah, save aloft, save off, done, it breaks. So edit, keep that open, go back to the center marker. Well, it does seem a bit slow, but sometimes it's just what you need. Alright, so we'll find the center marker. Before I do it, I'm going to check the keyword. Oh, this is going to be called TGB conk attack 01. So it'll be that, and it'll link to that. So what's the keyword? Workshop link attack marker. New, link to that one, and workshop link attack marker. Workshop link attack marker. Okay, done. Next I need an edge marker, and this is what I figured out this afternoon, thank goodness. For the attack thing to work, and I don't know why exactly why it happens like this, because it's really weird, But basically, you've got two things for the spawning of the attacks. You have these things, 3. You have to have 3 of these. I don't know if you can have more than 3. As far as I can tell, the attack markers need to be in separate cells, and they also need to be they're there for the spawning. It's when things spawn, not where things spawn. So you need them in different cells, and then they'll sort of spawn something at different times, and rather than have one linked to one. If you have one of these, one attack marker that links to 3 location edge markers, because it's one, what happens is this thing, it seems to me anyway, it looks like one of these will spawn to all 3 if you have 3 location edge markers, 3 location edge markers, then when the attack marker says spawn something, it will place it at all 3. But I think if I have 3 attack markers and 3 edge markers, it'll like pair them up. I don't know, because this is a bit, people didn't seem to know on the internet and the forums either, so we'll just see what happens with that. That's going to be a bit of experimentation, but that's all part of the fun. So I've got 1 in anyway, and for the location that the attack needs to spawn, so where I need to decide now exactly where these things are going to come in. Now I figure the best thing is to hide it around a corner a bit, so that you don't see them arrive, you don't see them spawn in. So I'll put them, what about between here and here? There, that's it. So I need an X marker heading there, like that. Get it down on the ground, give it a bit of space, and then that one that's location edge marker. So Concord, was it TTV Conc edit? I called it TTV Conc edge marker 1. I don't expect to have more than 9, but I will call it 01 anyway, because I always do. So that one, and all you do is you have a keyword in the properties of the thing. So location edge marker. So you just add a link, not a linked reference type, new, and if I just type edge, it will find it. Here we go, location edge marker. I think it has to be outside your settlement, that's the point. Now, yeah, because it needs to be a bit further away. If I'm going to have these yellow and black things, it mark the edges of cells, and I think I would like to have this available as a kind of farming area. I don't know if it could be used by that, but maybe I want to use somewhere else. But maybe another player would want to have a farm here. So I want to go outside that cell, which is going to mean all the way down here, really. So I'll do that. There it is. Yes. I move it there. There you go. Shouldn't see that spawn. I'm moving the right thing, aren't I? Yes, I am. So that's great. We'll do that. So I've just got 1 thing to spawn. It's just for testing, as I said, so that's all right. Now, next. You thought this was going to be 5 minutes to do this. I mean, look, on the first bit. Right. Oh, yeah. We need a resource container for the settlement. And let me search for it, and I'll explain what it is. You see the workbench is like a link between the player, if you like, and the storage. You know, you kind of had shared storage between different settlements. So you can see there's 13 of these for 13 settlements. So just drop one in here, and that's it. It's like a chest. You never see it. You can't walk on it or anything silly like that. It's invisible. That is. But it's there. And this is where the things actually get stored. So that one, I now have to link up to the actual settlement storage thing that you see. The link from the workbench using a keyword of workshop link container. So edit. And I'll keep shoving them up here because if I like have to click like that, I can quickly get them back. So that one links to this. I keep forgetting because I'm talking to you. I never talk when I'm modding. It's funny. So this one is link, and the keyword is workshop link container. Workshop link container. There it is. There you go. Now you can get caravans set up. That'll work. Okay, now we need 3 default empty triggers. One specifies the area within which I think it looks like a box. And one of those is the area in which you can build stuff. Another one is the area in which the settlers can walk around. And the other one is when you walk through it, it activates the settlement, so the workbench becomes active. First two more important, but we need them all. So they're all default empty triggers. So this is where it starts looking a bit like a weird kind of settlement, because all I do, and I'm looking over here by the way, I want to stay in the Concord EXT cell for this. Later, of course, it'll get bigger. I want to hide that. Okay, and that. Right. Now, what's the thing called? Default empty trigger. So, default empty trigger. Oh, nice. There it is. So this is your little box that you can build in. Obviously, it gets made bigger. But what I'm going to do is just put one there. I'm going to Control D, it'll duplicate it. Then I've got 3. Okay, so first one is edit, and we'll call it TTV. Conk. Buildable area 01, because you can have more than one, and you can sort of link them up. So that's how you get funny shaped buildable settlements, because you get lots of rectangles all joined up together. Right, okay. And this one is going to be the sandbox area, TTV conk. Whoop. Conk sandbox. Like that. There's only one. You can only have one. This one will be called, I've got a naming convention here somewhere. That's the thing. TTV conk set owner, set owned. That'll do. So I'll call this TTV conk set owned. Okay. Set owned. I'll do that first and move it out of the way. That one has to have a script. And I haven't actually put the name of the script in there, have I? Oh, yes, I have. Oh. That. So, workshop set owned trigger. So, I need to go to script. Add a script. And it's owned trigger. I put type that in. I'll find it. There you go. It's got no properties. It's to it. So I can just cancel that, and it's done. Walk through that, and you're done. Now that has to be linked, of course, to something. So it links to the workshop workbench. So I'll do it like this, and I'll edit it, and it's over to linked ref. If this is too boring for you, I'm going to make a little instructional video, but I'm doing it anyway, so I thought, well, I'll show you what I'm doing. Hang on. I need to move down a bit. There we go. Right. So I'll link to that. No keywords, no anything, just link it and close it. Done. So that's it. So you walk through this thing and it's yours. Now I press 2 on the keyboard and just make it a bit bigger because I'll be walking through it soon on my way to the testing. And raise it up a bit, make it taller. There you go. And down like that. Right. This one, it doesn't matter very much how big I make this right now. So I'm just going to put them there. I'm not going to, but I will link them now to the, I have to link them to the workbench now. So one links to and one links from. Which one is it? This is the build area. Linked to, with the keyword workshop linked primitive. So that one, and it linked ref, new, select, workbench, and it's workbench linked primitive. I think it was. There we go. That's it. Done. The other one goes the other way. Oh, no. It does also goes to there. Linked ref to workshop workbench, and this one's got workshop link sandbox. Okay. That's fine. So there's the sandbox one. Edit. New. Select. That one. Workshop. Workshop linked. There it is. Workshop links sandbox. Sandboxing is like with the AI. Sandbox area is just an area. Sandboxing is just wandering around doing nothing. And if you put things like this on the floor, you could, not that, this, you can see from the arrows, look, this is kind of saying patrol that way. If you have, great. If you have little things like a chair, then it'll walk around within the sandbox area, and if it finds a chair, it will use it. Things like that. So that box has to be very big. Of course, right now it's not. It will be. Now, I've just hidden the trigger, by the way. A mistake. Doesn't matter. It's still there. Just can't see it. Right. That one. Now, I'm not going to do this right now, but this is, you can, obviously you can add power armor stations and cooking stations and everything else you want to add stations, but I'm not going to do that for now. Neither am I going to add, oh, I'll do it. Then you can actually sort of see it happening on live stream. I'm going to add this thing. I'll just show you where these are. So it's an item, and it's, no, it's not an item. It's a world object, static. I think, yeah, static. I think it's the last one. There. Now these, I'll show you in preview what they are. If I preview that, you can kind of see it. This is the shape of Abernathy. Look at another one, which is a funny sort of shape with Sanctuary, for example. So when you open your build thing, I know you can't see it very well, but when you open the build thing from the workshop, this appears and disappears, and it's actually a thing. It's just a physical thing, the same as a chair or anything. But it just appears set to appear and disappear when you press V on the keyboard or whatever you do. So it's the shape of the land and so on. Now that's fine for Concord, but there isn't one for fine for Sanctuary, but there isn't one for Concord. But the airport one, I'll just drag it in. I'll swivel down. I'll press Z. If I press Z, and then I can move stuff up. You can sort of see it now. It's like, can you see it going? It's here. There, this green thing. The game will think it's not over there, but it's wherever this thing is. So I'm just raise it up above the ground a bit. But it's a rectangle shape, so sometimes that's just perfect. But not for this one, because it's not going to be a normal shape. It's not just going to be rectangle shape. But I'll put it in, and that's what this is talking about. And blah, 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 no scope, it was a square, can be resized. This is the green red border. So you link that to the workshop workbench using a certain keyword. So press, if I look for it, I know it's called airport something. So I'm going to type it down here because you can't really select it very easily in there. So I'll just right click and edit. There we go. Now I can link it to, see, it's linked to there. New, select, double click, done. And the keyword for this one is workshop linked build area edge. Wow. Who thought of these things? Workshop build link area edge. Was that it? Workshop. Nope. It's workshop linked build area edge. Workshop linked. Linked build. There it is. So just link it like that with that keyword, and it will. You open that, and it'll just do its appearing, disappearing thing. And oh, there it is. Look. I think it's this red thing. Let's have a look. Is it? It's not selected. Let's have a look. Is it? Yes, it is. That's actually cool because that means I should be able to see it appearing and disappearing, and I should see it at the end of the road as well, shouldn't I? So this is perfect. Right. What next? Save. With this thing, by the way, it's fine with the main quest, but what does happen, the death claw pop out of the ground there, and the two metal rectangle things fly up into the air, but they're like, I'll show you that if I edit that and edit base, you can see in here kind of there what it looks like, and it's a bit of road. So I'm gonna, no, okay. So it's kind of a bit of road and a marker and all kinds of stuff there. So as long as if I keep this thing in there, when it comes out, these things will fly up in the air and they stay there, and you can't remove them. You could put something on top, but that's all you could do. So it's a bit of a pain in the neck, really, this thing. All I can think of is to, when this thing is finished and you walk away, it will disable this one you see now and enable a copy of it that I make, which is closed. That's all I can think of to do. It's a bit messy. Okay, next. That's done. And now, the location. Yeah, important. Now think about the location, which is in, what have I just done? I just double clicked on static. Oh, that's all right. Okay, well, I think it's in world data location. Here we go, location. And because I've done this twice before, I happen to know it's called Concord location. I have to edit that one. And the thing with this, with the location itself, is keywords. So I need to add some keywords, and the ones I need to add are these three. Needs to be 4. Clearable workshop. So add clearable, because when you kill stuff, you don't want that same stuff to come back. Next one, location type workshop. No big deal there. Workshop. Do you know, if you look at the settlements that come with the game, this thing is actually it's weird, because when you look at them, like Sanctuary had all this done to it in one way, and then you go to look at Jamaica Plains or whatever, and the dev who did that one has done it slightly differently. So it's really hard to know what you're supposed to do and you're not supposed to do, to be honest with you. So trying to sort of test and stuff and try stuff and things like that, it's all a bit of a pain in the neck. So workshop, and the other one is workshop settlement. Where is it? Type. Oh, location type clearable. Location type workshop. So now let's try type workshop. Location type workshop and workshop settlement. That was the other one. Make sure I got that right. Workshop and workshop settlement both there. And the other one, clearable workshop. Oh, settlement. Perhaps that's a bit obvious. So settlement. Oh. Location type settlement. Done. But oh, this one's really weird. The cells used by Concord location, normally you would have like a location would be external cells, which you can see here. Yeah. But it's also used for inside the factory, which is the workhouse, the speakeasy, and this, which I don't even know what that is. But to use an exterior location for an interior location is a bit weird. I think that's bad development, but it's what they decided to do. Look over here. Encounter zone Concord zone. Okay. Okay, so I need to do that as well. On Concord zone. And if I just click on all. This, I need to edit this because it needs to be, never resets and is a workshop. If it resets, and if all that stuff you drop on the ground to build stuff will just disappear. And obviously it has to be a workshop. So there we go. That's done. Save it. Just change the minimum. Don't change any more than you really have to, because you're editing unique in-game assets. You know, like if I edit a bit of road and make a significant change to it, it's going to impact every road, every copy of that road item in the whole game. It's going to you could really mess things up. So keep things to a minimum. That's one way I try to fix it. Most important, that never resets. Okay, right, done that. Oh, we've got quests, but now I've got their quest, which is in, is it actors? No, character? Yeah, right, here we go. So, it's a new one. Here we are. And I'm going to call it, what do I normally call it? Well, it's Conk Settlement Quest. Yeah, that's what, in fact I can actually copy and paste that. I'll keep this working and priority 41. So put that in there and then change that to Conk. Ah, hang on. TTV Conk. Priority 41. This little things I'm doing, you can't skip, can't cut corners. So, and location is that of the settlement. So there it is, location, and it begins with Concord location. And if you, by the way, if I were to try to replace Concord location in the cell, this one. So this is Concord external cell, the one we're editing. And if in here I try to change this location to a custom one I've just created, it breaks a lot of things. It breaks the main quest and stuff like that. So that's why I'm editing the existing Concord location, because if I create my own, it'll break stuff. So next, it needs to be game start enabled and run once. Game start enabled. It's an initialization thing. Next, quest stage 10. New log entry notes. Okay. Quest stages. New, and it's 10. And another one, 20. And you just go this one, you go over here and new, and then maybe log entry, start. Oh, let's do this properly. Very fussy about this stuff. Start, and this one can be, what do I normally do? Start, and this one will be end. There you go. New, end. Because it really doesn't matter. Start, end. You just need something so that the quest knows what to do. And quest aliases now. This is the thing. It's the aliases that it's doing. So I'm going to click OK a minute. and find it again and save. Now if I open it, aliases. This is it's an aliases that you need. So new, is it reference? There's different types of aliases. It's a reference alias. It's a reference collection alias. That's different. There it is, reference collection. So gather information, I suppose. And 0. Don't know why, it just is. And the alias, I can call it what I like, really. So I'll call it something like So I'll call it TTV Conk Workshops. How about that? TTV Conk Workshops. Yeah, that'll be right. That one. And what else? Match conditions. Max initial fill count. Hang on. 0. Don't know why that was missing. Right. Right. Is that right? New. This is nice. I'm more familiar with this stuff. So I need. Is there something for max initial fill count? Surely not. I think that's what I just put in up here, isn't it? Yeah. So what's the next one? Has keyword. Workshop keyword. Has keyword. And it's something. What was it? Workshop. Workshop keyword. So it is it has a workshop somewhere in the cell. And the location. Next. Location has keyword. So just edited location. That's I think so. Location has the keyword of that. New. Location. Location alias? No. Location has. And the keyword is location type workshop settlement. Right. Location type workshop settlement. There we go. We did that just now. Lovely. And getting current location thingy. Now getting current location just means the player has to be standing in it. Okay, which might sound a little bit weird, but it's just one of those things. What was it? Oh, I forget what it is. Stupid. Get in current location. Get in current location. There it is. Get current location, and what the answer is for me is Concord. Go get there. Concord location. There we go. So you have to do one of the external Concord cells or one of those internal ones. And great. Click on OK. Right. Save that because it's a pain in the neck. I need to repeat that thing all the time. So right, done that. That's the script. Add. And the script is called Workshop Add Location Script. So Workshop A. Workshop Add Locations Script. Now, this one is easy. Workshop parent. This one, that's the name of the quest. The alias is that. And okay, it's what I just set up there. TTV Conk Workshop. So it's name of the quest and TTV Conk Workshop. There you go. That's done. So that'll run once, and it'll run once the first time you load the game after you've loaded this mod. That quest will run. Do it once. It will set the location as being a workshop location. When you walk through a trigger, which is one of these box things, and it's there, I hit it. You can't. Okay, look. This big thing, not so big. When I walk through this kind of, it's difficult to see, isn't it? It's like it's a box and it's there. When you walk through it, that activates this thing, and it will say you can now use this place for building, or whatever it says. Okay, done that, and workshop radio reference. So look, is it in here? I think. Scripts. So you can do. So in here, look, it's like default stuff. Everything default. Almost. This stuff, optional, stays the same. Max triangles would be like the build limit. Owned by player. All this is like default, but allow unowned from no. I click edit value and I don't tick it because it seems to work better that way. Minimum recruitment, prohibit random. Oh, and this one. And what is this? Minimum recruitment, allow random after player owned. And this one, allow attacks before player owned, yes. And allow attacks after, allow attacks. And I think that's right. Don't think I've actually written that down anywhere, but I think that's about right. What's this? I know this means if you don't keep them happy enough, if they get really fed up with you, it will no longer be your settlement. If it goes down to a certain number, this one, you set a minimum recruitment thing. I don't really understand, but anyway, there you go. So after I've owned it, so something about before and after I've owned it, but I'm just going to leave those anyway. Allow attacks, so allow attacks to spawn and attack this place before and after. Workshop radio reference. Basically, this is about, I can set the, it defaults to 9,000, the radius of the radio when I'm trying to get settlers to come to me. Well, that'll you can set what it is. I could set that, use this, and as it says, it is unique to this. Oh, where is it? Hang on. No. There's a place you can set the center point of the radio, but I can't see it. I think that you might need DLC 6. Yeah, you have to use the script that comes with Vault 81, the Vault Tech Workshop thing. Use that, it'll be fine. Alright. Saved. Over to Nexus Mod Manager. There we go. TTV Mega Concord. I'm loading this. This is for testing. It's settlement management software. So mod, if you don't know it, it's called settlement management software. Right. Let's launch Fallout. No. And you can see I've got no other mods in there at running. No, none running. I mean, there's some stuff there, but none of it is ticked. So the only thing mod active is that one and that one. Done. See what happens. I need the light on. It's gone completely dark here. Which I find quite funny. And while I'm doing this, I notice my wife is also building stuff. She's an interior designer right now. So she does all that fancy stuff. Makes what I look just very simple. Right, so we're in. Now, if you don't know this testing procedure, I will do a video at some point, not right away, how to do it. So I'm just going to type open the console, which is normally to the left of the number 1 on the top of the keyboard, running along the top. It's to the left there, you've got a funny symbol on it. Mine isn't, it's a Spanish keyboard, so it's the Enya. If you know what that is, it's the one next to the letter L key. It's a letter N with a little squiggle on top. That's the Spanish keyboard. Right. So I'm going to go do this in God mode. And I'm going to do COC, center on cell. And I'm typing, what's it called? CONC EXT. Conc EXT? No. Concord, I think it's called. Not Conc. Concord, that's it. That one. I've got to shut the door a minute. There. Sorry, wife's on the phone. So it's getting a bit noisy. So center on cell Concord EXT. That's the one we've been doing. And the reason I'm God mode, I'm going in right at the beginning of the game. It won't break the main quest or anything like that. And obviously this is a completely clean character. It's not coming from a save. He hasn't been used with any other mods, any of that stuff. So it'll be just perfect. It'll run one perfectly. And he won't bring stuff over, bugs from other mods. If there are any mods, I need to know they're because of me, not because of anybody else. Any other mods. And yeah, it always takes so long to load. It's only been an hour. I thought it might have taken longer than that to do this bit. It does get a bit more involved. Well, a lot more involved. Yeah. Oh, we need to look at the Red Rocket truck stop as well. Oh, and as you can see, this is why I started in God mode. If you've played the game, you know about this. Now, I noticed one thing. Hang on. Open the console. K-A-H. Kill all hostiles. Done. Right. And because it's cleared, I should be able to own it now. I don't know why this wall thing is here. This green thing. It shouldn't be there yet. See if it turns off. Now, if I walk through here, is it going to tell me? Ah, it was supposed to tell me you can now use the settlement, and it didn't. Yeah, these are weird. You can actually walk through these sometimes, and you kind of knock them over. They're designed so that the Deathclaw can knock them over. So, what about if I? Yeah, looks like it's working, and there's stuff in it. All right, cool. Okay, I'm in God mode, so I should be able to build anyway. Oh, it's not working. He's not working. It's broken. That's me pressing V. Oh dear. I wonder if it's because I'm not standing inside that square, you know? So it doesn't know if I'm actually, yeah, because it doesn't, well no, it's to do with the location, nothing else. Alright, something weird going on here. Okay. Way to quit without saving or anything else. Just open the console and type QQQ. And the game will close really quick. Now I did enable it, didn't I? I did activate it. Yes, I did. So I wonder what that was. Ooh. Right. Everything visible. Let's have a look. Banner triangles. RE trigger travel. Oh, that's the road. There we go. Set owned. It was probably some properties in the workbench thing that I set, not this, but something else that I set wrong. Is it linked? Linked to that. Could I have maybe there's a keyword? Workshop. Tell you what I'll do. Keep this one open, but then SANCT Sanctuary, and I can look at workshop now. Workshop. What's that one called? It's trigger. Let's type trigger. Smoke flare trigger. Oh, workshop. Cooking. Resource container. Sandbox area. Look. Buildable area. That's the thing. I bring that up. And move over here. It only happens when you do it live, doesn't it? Here's my workshop thing. So now I can compare the two. Now this one Should be linking to more things, look, because this is linking to the resource container, the center marker, resource container. Oh, it's linked to the sandbox area and the spawn one, and I didn't link it. I bet that's all it was. Right, before I decide that is all it was, I'm going to do this. So if I click there, look, banner triangles 1. Those flipping banners do get in the way. I'll tell you, the pain in the neck to get away. You know, when you're walking through, sometimes it says you see some crows flying around or walking on the floor. Those things, getting rid of those was a pain in the neck here. Because I wanted to be able to delete a tree. And I set the tree to be deleted, but if you delete the tree, the crows are sitting in nothing. And actually getting rid of the crows really was a nuisance. Right, anyway. So I've got a link. Where's it gone? It's here. No, it's not. Oh, flipping heck. See what you made me do. So this thing, edit. It's here. Okay, over here. Now, so they link, and there's are they linked from? I've set them as linked from. Is that what it is? Link from, yeah, link from the buildable area. That's perfect. And the sandbox. Workshop, cooking fire, border. Border? Oh yeah, border. I can't say that it's linked to the sandbox thing. From. It's certainly linked to it. So I'm gonna change that. That's a sandbox. I thought it was something. I'm gonna remove, just delete and okay. I'm gonna link from the workbench to that thing because I thought it was. I think I said that earlier. I thought it was that has to link to this, but workshop. What was it? Workshop linked sandbox or something. There you go. So it goes the other way. Oh, I really made a mess of this, didn't I? Right, center marker. Center. Resource container. Resource container. Sandbox area. Sandbox. Center marker. Again. See, this is sanctuary. They've linked twice. Oh, they're using one marker twice. That's why. So it's linking the link. It links to workshop link spawn. Oh, that's that one. What have I done? Spawn. Spawn. Link from. Is it just me reading wrong, or? Because I've got it going from that, and I think that's wrong. So I'm going to remove that. I've done all this around the wrong way, haven't I? And I'm going to do linked reference, new. There. Keyword. Workshop linked spawn or something like that. Workshop. This is why you make videos, because it doesn't go wrong. Well, it does, but you just don't see it. Right. Buildable areas. So you can have lots of buildable areas. Look. Hang on. There. 5, 6, 7, 8. Chemistry, power armor, weapons, border, yeah. Oh, that's linked from. Linked ref. Location, link center, container, sandbox, spawn. Link from. So it's linked from buildable area. Yeah, I saw it, didn't I? TTV Concord set owned. This one, don't know if this one has that thing. That's the problem. I feel as if it kind of looks like it needs a keyword, but I'm sure it hasn't got one. I'm sure of it. Cancel. Okay, right. Now one thing I do want to do is figure out what's going on. Why the border, there it is. There's the border. And it was showing up on mine, but not in. There, that. There's no scripts. Reference type, no. Linked from, no, it links to. Workshop linked build area edge, and it goes to the workshop. Have I got the right keyword? I've got linked from build area edge. Yeah, that's correct. So I think it's something to do with it's not activating properly. Let's check Red Rocket, because all you have to do with Red Rocket is walk in and use it. Well, actually, just all of them. Yeah. So maybe that one's got a trigger. Default set stage trigger player only. That changes something in a quest. This one triggers when the player leaves. That's it. Alright. What about workshop? I don't know what they've called the trigger. See if there's a trigger. Where's the bench? Workshop editor. Workshop resource container free. I'm going to save it. I'll go and have a quick. Maybe that's. Well, I've done a few things. Maybe that's all it needed. Let's pop back in. Have another look. What do you expect? It's modding. Oh. Can we have it now? Thank you. COD mode. And we'll go to COC. And it's Concord EXT. Done. If the properties of the script were that it was already owned by the player as and usable as a workshop, then if I walk through, it's the buildable area. That's what I've done wrong. I have to stand inside the buildable area and press V. Of course, you know that. You walk outside the area, the thing closes again. So I can't open it because I'm not standing in the flipping box, the trigger. That's annoying and embarrassing. At least I've figured it out now. There's something. Oh, that's nearly 9. Okay. Patience is a thing. Okay. That flipping border's still on. Oh, no. I'm already in COD mode. So, KAH, kill all hostiles. They're dead. Now, I'm not going to go looking for a trigger. I'm just going to do this. There. Look in it. It's fine. Right. So I can get it up if I press E on there. And if I over here, B? No. Because I'm not standing in the area. So let's open that up, look. And it's gone red. This. That's interesting. Yeah. So it's a buildable area, which is kind of here somewhere, but no. That's alright. Let's see then. If I walk through the trigger. I'm looking for a message to come up telling me I can now use it. That thing has completely disappeared now. So it's kind of working. I think maybe I should start disabled on there. Not sure. Out of there. So I'll try it. I'll try it. What I'm talking about is the... That's Red Rocket. I want this one. Recent. That. I want this border. And I want it, edit it. And I want it disabled when I enter. So it turn on when I do something. And I had to be standing in this little box here. This tiny thing. So what I'll do is I'll just make it big. Like that. And just Z and... No, not Z. There. Now that's pretty big. And I'm also going to make this one a little bit bigger. This one. Just a bit. Like that. Because what I'll do, if I get in and it seems to be working, I will... And just in case I drop it down a bit, it's better to have it a bit under the ground and working, you know? So I'm doing... Now I'm doing Alt and 1 just to show everything again. So sandbox, nope, don't care about that now. No. No. No, don't care about, where's the... See, that's when the bigger this buildable area, when it gets bigger, it sort of becomes a little bit mixed up with everything else. So you have to be a little bit... Oh, see what I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do as well. I'm going to make this thing big, go past the workbench. It doesn't really matter, but just in case it does. Okay, hide that. I'm going to put this one is there. This little thing, the spawn thing, is where things spawn in. Now, let's have a look. Buildable area, hide that. This is the banner triangles. There's one sandbox. So I'm going to put the spawning thing in. That's not it. Oh, these. I tell you, it's the flanks hanging over the road. They're a pain in the neck. All right, that's it. That's it. Got it right. Okay, in there. Right now it's not to be confused with the one next to it, but it's inside that box. That's the important thing. So I press Z, move my mouse so it goes up, and then press F so it's on the floor. It doesn't really matter on this case, but sometimes it does matter. Like when you're coming out of a door, you want the little yellow marker thing, or whatever it is, to be on the floor so you don't appear in mid-air and land, which at the very least can look a bit odd. Alright, so I've made that bigger, I've made that bigger. Let's go in, we'll try it. Now, here we go again. Yeah, so modding needs patience. This bit. Once this is going, after that, it's quite easy, but, well, it is for me. Once you get used to it. Now, COC, and it's, what's it called? Concord EXT. There. You can start the game like this if you want to. You just COC, Vault 111. Well, probably Cryo is the best one. Vault 111, Cryo, C-R-Y-O. COC, Vault 111, Cryo. And you'll appear standing next to your cryo chamber with your wife dead in front of you. You have to press E to activate the cryo chamber, and then it'll put you inside it. You press E on it again and it'll open, and you're there, you're away. And it'll give you the wedding ring, which you won't have if you start outside. Yeah, things like that. Problem with starting outside, when you try to get back into Vault 111, quite a lot of the doors only open from the other side. So when you try to get in and just can't. And I'll take this opportunity, by the way, if you look down in the bottom right hand corner, this channel, new channel, is called ThordMods. The older channel, the main channel, is ThordTV. So make sure you visit both. So kill all hostiles. Down they go. I love doing that. I really do. Is that a bad thing? V? It's working. And I didn't need to walk through the activate trigger, but that is not a problem. Because I'm in God mode, I can build what I like. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go to power, put a generator down on the floor. Now this is what I meant earlier. Look, you can't like build everywhere. And it's going on, it's just, you cannot build on this bit of road. You'll never be able to build, oops. You'll never be able to build over there where the death's claw thing pops up. But you can fix these roads, and I'll show you how to do that another time. It's not hard, it's just a bit of a pain in the neck. So, but for now, I have to find a place I can actually put it, and it's not because it's nothing to do with the fact that I got this weird shaped settlement and all that stuff going on. So this is settlement management software. Now I can turn that on. It should tell me I'm in Concord. No. I am. Location Concord, so it knows I've got the settlements. Correct? And you can do, I mean, I can look stuff out like Concord. Happiness 50. And I know I could have found that from the pressing V, opening the menu thing for building. But this, I forgot. So I see it here. And this 50, if your happiness is 50, chances are you've got your settlement right. If your happiness is 0, you've done something wrong and you need to go back and check everything again. 50, perfect. Now, what I need to do with this is I need to mark attack spawn points. It didn't work. So I've got something wrong with the spawn points. If it worked, it would say unmark attack spawn points. So my attack, I'm not going to get any attacks at this place. And I put them like, what about if I do this? Is that going to do anything? It might be, I don't think, but I mean they're supposed to spawn. See, it just happens. They're supposed to spawn, was it here or behind here? I think maybe they need to be, it needs to be in the same location as the thing, as the settlement. I'll find out by looking at the red rocket and see where theirs are, because I don't think that's the case. Progress anyway. Right, quit. No, I'll do it the other way. Don't want to be filled up with crummy, I was going to say a bad word then, crummy saves. Now, it's down here. So, sort of things a bit stuck. It hasn't crashed yet, which is a surprise. It's acted up. Oh, put it right there, but oh no, it's dog meat pop marker 2. That's it. Road look, rural road curve ramp L1 on the bottom left corner. And now if I click on that one, oh, I flipping edited a marker that belongs to dog meat. I don't know. That's okay. I can undo that using some editing software. But if now I've got to find the what was it called? Something about age, wasn't it? Oh dear, oh dear. ADG E. Oh, would have a hedgerow look. E hedge marker, was it? Oh, flipping heck. edge marker. I don't know what it was, but okay, it's not in number 4. Oh, got it. View. Stupid thing. Look, and if you look, the cell it's in is this one. It's called Wilderness. And you see this? The location is none. And it didn't work. So what I'm going to do instead, I will put it... I'm still figuring this bit out. So I'll put it there, look. This is... yeah, I don't mind that. Right, so this one then is now in this cell. Alright, so now so I've got a dirty edit which I'm going to have to fix. So now it's actually in a cell which has that location. I don't think it needs to be, but I'll try it. If this doesn't work, I'll close this and open another mod in which it does work. You know what I can do? I can open, I've got it set so I can open 2 copies of this creation kit. I'll open the mod I've already got working and look at that, because that's working. So that one is, that one. I think I'll soon find out. There you go. It's a nice thing about having done it before. I can look at what worked last time. So I need a drink. I keep doing this when I live stream. I don't drink enough, and my throat gets dry and sore. That's a nuisance, really. I'll check my message on my phone while I'm waiting. So he says, okay, that will be great. This is a friend of mine, and I didn't see him for years, and I saw him last week, and I'm seeing him again this week. And it's really cool, because I haven't got a lot of friends. I live near Madrid, and he's a pilot, and he flies into Madrid, so it's really cool. I can see him from time to time. Although he lives in France and works for an airline company who are based in United Kingdom. He works in United Kingdom, lives in France, and visits me here in Spain. And we'll have a coffee or something like that. Maybe go shopping. I don't know what we'll do yet. So let's have a look. What was the other one called? Oh yeah, Conk External. So the best way to do this one, I think, is going to be TTV. Maybe I'll look. All these items. TTV workbench there. And it kind of seems to look the same, by the way. When I do this, I know it does, but it's not. I can promise you. And now we're going to wait for the thing to load up. And while I'm doing that, what shall I do? Oh, sweetie. I'll get my sweetie out. I hope this stream's working alright, because you're very quiet. But afterwards I'll find out a bit later. I might have done something wrong. So I don't I've even got this thing in the same place. So I just click on something before I start doing all this wiggling about, and then it works better. Right. Now I seem to remember, there was one there, look. It's that one in the road. So if I do this, yeah, I am in Concord Museum External. No, I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, location is Concord location. Look, this thing. Look at this. This is the location edge marker thing. No, there's nothing there. Location reference type, location edge marker. Let's check another one. There's one down here somewhere. I think it's here. Yep, that's the one. And this one is in this cell. And this cell also uses the location of Concord location. So I think that might be the answer. Then this one, has it got the keyword in it? Yeah. It was in a wilderness cell. It was not in this one, not edit. It's got the location, Concord location. So that's better. That's better. It's in the same location. Now that should work. I've only got one. I might have to set up 2 more for it to work, but I don't think so. Let's have a look. I hate this when you... Well, I don't hate it actually. It's just part of the job, if you think of it that way. But it can be a little bit frustrating when you're starting out and you think you got something working, and then you know, oh, there's one little thing somewhere, but you don't know what it is. So you have to change something, go in, look. If it works, change, don't, and so COC, Concord, EXT, and you can start anywhere. I mean, you could go anywhere with this. If you don't care about the main quest, it really doesn't matter where you start the game, does it? This is like an alternate start mod, except all you got to do is type COC, and you don't have to worry about gear. You can set up a batch file to give you your gear. I've got one, actually. If I make a test character, sometimes I don't want him to go just for like this. I want him to go somewhere else and do something else or whatever. So I give him some gear, nothing overpowered, just some normal gear, so that he can run around a bit without dying immediately, and I don't have to put him in God mode, because sometimes I don't want to test in God mode. I want to see if it works when I leave the vault. Am I gonna die? That sort of rubbish. So, and if I need to know that, I want to die because of radiation or whatever it is, not because, yeah. If I'm making a mod that changes the weight of things, nothing else, I want to have a look. Does the weight change? Okay, KAH, kill all hostiles. So mine is called mod test. So BAT for match file. Mod test. There you go. I'm now level 30, so the other expansions kicked in. The DLCs are kicked in, and I got all this stuff in my inventory, like a gun. And you see, it's just like normal stuff. Here we go. Well, formal hatchlight, road leathers. Oh, and that. There we go. Yeah. Just a pistol. So nothing too fancy. Now, what happens if I just V? Yep, that worked. Yeah, okay. Right, next. Power, generators. Find a place I can put the stupid thing. There. Miscellaneous. Computer. There. Link. Escape. Oh, and did you notice the wall came up? Green? Around there. So I might be able to do something with that. If I can't get that working, I might try and have like a fence or something that turns on and off. I don't know. I could do something anyway. Right. Terminal use. Load holotape. Settlement management. Holotape. Start program. Takes ages, by the way, this level 30 thing. Set myself at level 30. It takes forever to go up to there. I've given myself like that batch file also gives me enough perk points that I can put a perk in everything. Yeah, so if I'm doing a settlement thing, I've got 5 charisma, and I've got enough perks that I can get myself up to 10 charisma, enough perk points, and I can get all the leadership perks and stuff like that without having to level up. So great for testing. That's the thing. I'm in Concord. It knows I'm in Concord. Check it's on 50 happiness. Do this every time, because just when you think you fixed it, something else goes wrong. So tasks, mark attack spawn points. Yes, it worked. Let's go and have a look. Now we should have as a quest. Oh, I'm getting a bit laggy. My PC's really, I can hear the fans going crazy there. So it's just down here. We put it in the road, I think, didn't we? Or I did. And it's, there it is. So that's a little red thing. Now the actual thingy, spawn thing, is way off over there. But my little thing, look, wonderful. Right. Now I've got to run back to that computer and spawn in an attack on the settlement. I hope. They're supposed to run to the center marker, I think. And the center marker is just the other side of that red thing. Right, try that. And load hot tape. If you don't know, with this management software, all you do to spawn an attack, you go into settings. So I'm still leveling up. Cheats, yes. Tab. Back into tasks. Now I've got, look, I've got trigger attack. There. Now I've got one marker and one attack spawning thing. So now, get my gun out. I should be able to walk over here. I could just wait behind me. And there should be something just down here. Attacking my settlement. Hello? Well, I can't see anything. Now, oh, this happened before. I know what I got to do. You got to teleport out and teleport back. So I'll go back to, if I do Vault 111 EXT. That'll take me to the exit bit. Vault 111. Which another place I could start it. If I wasn't testing Concord, if I was testing something else, I would spawn in there. Run my batch file, make myself level 30 with a few weapons and bit of armor, just basic leather stuff usually, and I'm away. So there. Thing is with this, when you spawn here, you see they got like a dome on top of the thing, because I don't know if you can see it, the lift is not there. What you have to do if you start here, you have to run in to that dome and then it runs a cutscene. Well, it's about 5 seconds long, but it is a cutscene. And that's it. But I didn't want to do that. Because if I go run in, it's going to start another quest which might mess up the other one and it'll go weird. Right. Okay, so change cell again and we're going back to Concord. EXT. Now, I don't want to run there for quest reasons. I want to know that everything. So all the only places I've been is Vault 111 exit and Concord external. I'm fine with that. The more things I do in the game, the more chances that what I'm doing will kind of break stuff, or if the mod might, I might get false information about what the mod is doing and not doing. So I'm alright with that, but I don't want map markers open. I don't want to go to another settlement. I only want to go to one settlement, because if I've done something wrong, maybe it will tell me if I do that. That's the thing. We'll see. And while we're waiting, yeah, I will be modding on ThordMods. So if you're watching on ThordTV, there's another channel called ThordMods. Oh, wait a minute. I've got the sound off, so I can. No, I'm still leveling up. Yeah, there's a channel called ThordMods, which was kind of streamed from. And ThordMods is a modding channel where I'll be modding for obviously Fallout 4. Also Skyrim, also Fallout 3, also Fallout New Vegas. Probably Farming Simulator 17 as well. Might mod a bit of Sacred too, actually, not sure yet. I cannot see if there's anything here for me to kill. If there is, it's gone. It doesn't always work anyway, so it could be the settlement mod that's not working properly. Don't know, see? If it's broken, if the mod's broken, usually it tells you you would know because none of the markers would show up. The attack markers don't show up if the attack thing's not working properly. So it's probably somebody wandering around. What I'm going to do, if I do KAH, I'll get XP. It'll come up and, oh great, I've got XP chugging away there anyway, so I can't tell. Maybe it's because I did COC. I'm going to try again. Load, because I can't actually, I've got a map marker now, so I'm alright. Start program. Tasks. Trigger attack. Could not trigger a settlement attack. Ah. Why? A mark. Trigger. Could not trigger. Ah. Now, is that because there's already one happening? It might be because I've only just set up the thing. Alright, well anyway, there's something else I need to do. So I'm going to need another... I'll just put another one of these. It's probably the easy way to do it, right? I think it extends over this far. See if I can get a settler. Or two. Connect up. Settlement recruitment beacon found. Now there's a bed somewhere. There's got to be a bed. So a chair. Is there a chair I can sit on? There's a chair. Just wait for 24 hours. See if a settler arrives. Should. And he shouldn't go very far because it's only got a little bit of space to walk around in. That's all I gave him. I do hope this works. I didn't look, see if the border came and went away again. You can resize the border, I think. But mostly it's just raising it and lowering it. So unless you've got a settlement that's a rectangle, and this won't be a rectangle, you're a bit stuffed. Anybody out there now? Oh, you know how I can find out? Nope. Nobody there yet. Let's go to here then. I'm back. I wish I knew why that thing wasn't happening with the attack, but I'll figure that out. It doesn't matter. It's probably the way I've got my attack marker linked. Like maybe I need 3 edge markers, things like that. I'm pretty sure that's it actually, thinking about it. Right, go back again. Yeah, I think that's it. I think you've got to have a minimum of 3 of those edge markers, and those are the spawn points. But then you can add more after, I think. I've got to experiment a bit because I've only just this afternoon got that working properly. So I've got to experiment a bit with how these attacks spawn in. There's an attack marker, but that was an edge marker. So maybe the attack marker itself isn't working. I don't know. I mean, certainly the attack marker is an out of sight marker. You mustn't be able to see it. And but you can get away with 1, I know, because I did it earlier. Just in case. Because you get that flying thing there, don't you? Right. Map. None. Oh, thing is, you know how it is. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'll run up to the red rocket. Yeah. And get that settlement up. I'll put a beacon up. A radio beacon for that one. And then I'll know if one gets somebody and the other one doesn't. We're away. If you run through here, you don't stop. Sometimes you don't get attacked. There we go. If you do it like that, sometimes you don't get the moles coming out. Mole rats. Right. Did I? Yeah, I did, because it said I had a new signal, didn't it? There we go. Link. Link. Is that working? I should have two now, shouldn't I? Got one. Doesn't look linked to me. So you got no mole rats, not yet anyway. Done? That wasn't working before. Right, let's have a look. Radio. Can't tell. It's also possible I've got an attack down there now. Yes, if you don't like getting attacked by mole rats, run in, turn on the workshop, and that's it. I don't think they appear if you do that. I wish this stopped getting the flipping XP coming up. It's stopping me getting certain messages that I want. Right, I'm going to turn off this one. Where is it? Is it here? Oh, there we go. Just check. Nope. What does it say now? Radio. Yeah, still got one. Okay, we'll put it away. Now what? Yeah, that's all right. So I'll put it back again. Doesn't matter if the signals overlap. It doesn't matter. It's just as long as you got one. Oh. Right. I suppose we can have a quick look at for don't know. I know what I'm going to do. They'll be here. And the marker's gone. Did I can't see anyone. I had to turn off the sound. Let's have a look at University Point while we're waiting. So we'll... Oh, it's not called University Point. What's it called then? Should be called University Point. I thought it was called University. I had a look at it the other day. Maybe even yesterday. Okay. University Point EXT. So EXT. Right, so we'll pop over and look at that. And then look around a bit, because this is going to be a settlement. I don't know if you know, on a whim, mentioned in one of his live streams that he fancied having a settlement over there, and he couldn't understand why nobody done one, so I said I'd make him one. That's why I'm doing that as a location. But I wanted a second location anyway. To do one settlement is nice, but I thought two would be better, because I don't know why. I just do. Yeah. So I think Concord then, if I can replace some of those buildings in there with new ones, that'd be great. Otherwise, It would be what? Build height needs to be high. It needs to be big enough, but not, I don't want it to be too big, you know? Nice thing as well about Concord is easily defensible, so it's quite easy. And it's very nice to build in. I built on top of the museum. It's just ka-ching. So yeah, so here. Or are they just gonna spawn in now? Oh, I don't think gonna, just to be certain. There we go. Kill everything. Now I need a bed. I need some time to pass. There's a chair. That'll do. So I need a bit of daylight. So 12. That'll do. Time is passing. Perfect. Just what I need. See, some of the things that are not so good about University Point are this. And I don't, you know, I'm going to do it. But the thing with University Point is you've got, up here is fine. All this stuff is fine. This far is fine. Then you get here and it's not flat. So if you want to build, you're going to have to like level out, put a platform down, something like that. Which is okay, because it's got water. It's very easy to do because it's just a straight rectangle. You could have in here as well, look. But it's not flat, so you would have to level it out. But I think that's alright. You'd just have to make it possible. You know? I would. I mean, I'd have to make it possible to place maybe one of those foundations in here. And you can do that by putting something underneath it, which is set so you can build on it. I make this not so it cannot be built on, and then you'll just sort of go down a tiny bit, something like that. That could be done. Something anyway. I mean, it's possible to do something so you can put those foundations in there. But I think it's a very nice place for settlement because it's kind of done. You can fix it, so you do it, make it so you could delete everything if you want to. Not the houses, I think. You could leave the houses there, but all this stuff in the middle, you can make your own thing there. I mean, look, it's a bit naff anyway. Look at this gap. Concord's the same. Concord's got a hole outside the church, which is a pain in the neck. And there's another one where the where what's name comes out. You know what I mean? None. 2. Okay, so something else not working then. I'm going to sit down for 24 hours. But that's alright. That's all part of modding. And really, it is a bit easier when... it's funny how when you're talking all the time, it's not so easy to think. So it's easier to make mistakes. That's what I'm trying to say. But so I need to go and I need to compare things between that settlement and another settlement and so on. That's okay. Okay, let's just have a last look. Well, another look. None. 2. Travel back there. I don't know. I mean, if the radio thing has to be inside the what's the name area? The sandbox area? I don't think so. I've done this before with very small boxes just to get it working. just to figure out how it works, you know. But I don't know. I'm not sure as well. You see, with this settlement thing, if you use certain mods to delete stuff, most things you can get rid of here, but not everything. So I would have to mod something so that you can actually delete it all. But so this is flipping. Look, these here. Yeah. If you delete this tree, you've got them hanging in the air. You have to kill them, or oh, I tell you what it was. The reason that I kept getting stuck with them and the tree was I was not loading a clean save game. I was using a save game that was using a number of mods, and for that reason, it came up as being them being there. The game remembered that those things were there, and I saw them every time I came into flipping Concord. Ah, who's this? It's either a random encounter or it works. He's a settler. Just need to trade gear with you. Okie dokie, it's working. It's working. We've got a settlement. It doesn't work very well, but it needs a bit of work. So we just need to get the attack working. Let's have a look. Let's see, because maybe something will work now. Let's have a look. Load it up. And start the program. Tasks. Trigger attack. Please. Could not. Nah, so that's alright. Doesn't matter. Okay, we got him living here. The happiness should have changed a bit. 60%. He's very happy here. That one's at 12. Cause yeah. So yeah. I'm happy. So I mean, it's kind of done, isn't it? If you think about it, all you got to do now is make the boxes bigger, so that you can build in a bigger area, and he has more of an area to walk around, all the way up to the red rocket for him. Make sure the area along the roads is a buildable area, so you can scrap any cars and other stuff that's beside the roads, and you can do what you like with the roads. Edit the nav mesh. I'm going to show you. So it looks simple to me, and often when things are that simple, I was saying about deleting stuff. So I don't know whether to make it part of the mod that you can delete stuff, or whether to fix it so you must have another mod, which is the one that deletes stuff. I'm tempted to just add it into my mod instead of, you know, but I can't decide. So let's go up to, I'll show you. I'm not going to click save again because I've gone outside the area and I don't want to, it's too easy to mess things up. Look, here it is, and look at all these boxes. Hang on. That's cloud distant 5. I don't want cloud distant 5. That is, look, here's a buildable area. If I remove that, click there, this one is buildable area 4. And you can see how it's made a shape. Number 5, this one. Now this, you got all those shapes in there, and the sandbox is just one rectangle, that's all. You can't see it very well, but the edge is more or less the edge of that box. So the sandbox, the area in which the NPCs can walk and do stuff, is a lot bigger than the area you could build in, which I found quite interesting. But the distance from here to this settlement up here, it's very little. Still loading in. Very little. Nothing to worry about. I'll press M, get rid of the markers. That'll help it to load in as well. It's not a lot. And the distance between this one and Concord is not a lot. So all I got to do, you saw there's like separate buildable areas. All I got to do is put one in sort of along the road. And the Concord one, the sandbox, Concord sandbox needs to extend into like this area so they overlap. I think it'll work. This one will stay the same. The sanctuary one will be extended so that it overlaps this as well. And then you could put a cafe here and people from everywhere, all of those, will come to the cafe or the bar and things like that. But they will all, they should go to other places as well. Now, I don't know, because there's a total of 60 people, so I need to do lots of testing there and figure out if it's going to work or not. And the only way to do lots of testing and get lots of, it takes time to get all those settlers in, so I don't really know. That's might be another project actually. I might separate it and do it separately. Yeah. So you know what? I'm in here now. I'm going to have a look in this one. This one. Let's have a look at my, because that worked. That I think that worked. That's all right. It's just it doesn't link to anything. It's not supposed to. It's just supposed to be have the keyword or location reference types. It is a keyword, location edge marker, right? And then over here, and I think it's behind a tree. Is it that one? Nope. You got stuck. Okay, come on. Hide the collect. This is, yeah, this is it. This is an attack marker actually. So this one linked from nowhere. So it links to, and it's got the word of the center, and it's workshop link attack marker. Let's have a look at this one. This one is also down here somewhere. Oh, turned off markers in this one. It's here. This should link to, wasn't it? Link to. It's this, look. I got the link ref, link to the center marker. I haven't got the location reference type. So I suppose it's, was it workshop something? Workshop. Hang on. Location reference type. New. Attack. Let's try that. Attack. Hang on. Workshop link attack marker. Ah, right. It's where it's there. Look where it goes. Oh, great. And this one. So then the keyword is in there. Yeah, that's right. It is the same. Is it the? Yeah, could be. So this is, I'm losing track now. Which one's which? This is the new one, isn't it? Hang on. So there's something here that tells me which one it is. Alt 1, and it'll open up. I'm just hiding a few things, like even that. What was that? Oh, all right. This is the old one, and this is the new one. Dear me. Is this really the new one? Hey. Let's have a look at this. Concord location. We've got, I know how to check this one, and it's linked from, and how many buildable areas. It's got one. This is the old one, the new one. This one, I'll have tons of them. So This one then. Scripts, properties, and this is the old one. So let me have a look. Owned by player. So default, 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 default. Really? Okay. Well, that's fine. If it works, then this is the other one. I can always change something if I want to. Default, default, default. I know these are not all default, but oh, that's the flags. Default, default, default. These are not. Just in case I've got something wrong there. See, allow attacks before owned. Yes. Allow attacks set false to prevent all random attacks. No, I'm just going to do that. I don't know, but I mean, to me, it looks like it shouldn't work, but I don't know. So I was going to stop. I'm going to have a look at that. Go into here. No, you learn. Live and learn, or whatever they say. Okay, play. Press a key. Let it warm up. God mode. See, sometimes that happens. It just takes a minute. So COC, and it's Concord EXT. Yep, got it right. Let's have a look. It is so satisfying when it works. And even more so, if you upload it and somebody else downloads it, it's wonderful. It's just what I wanted. It kind of makes all the hours that I spent doing it fun. Nice. So we've been doing this one for about 2 hours. And you can see it's very early stages. There's a ton of work to do. This bit I find the most difficult. Because it's so finicky, so fiddly. You know, you do one thing wrong, nothing works. And then how do you know which thing you did wrong? Well, the only way is to change one thing, test it. Change one thing, test it. Well, it's not the only way, but you know, it does make a difference. So now there's only one thing in this that's not working, and I'm very pleased with that. Oh, kill all hostiles. Done. And this trigger, there's a trigger here, and that's not working either. Everything. Am I like too short? Could be. Maybe I left it up in the air. Maybe it's off by default when I get here. And let's have a look here. What's this doing? It's working. Look. If I do that, it's working. Okay, just get out of that. Then what was I trying to do? Oh yeah, I know what I was testing. Green walls on, look, in front, so that's working now. Lovely. Find something I can actually build on. Horrible thing. And it's a pain in the neck, actually, to be honest with you, getting everything so you can build on it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So I mean, you like doing it with you, and I sort of get a bit distracted. That's what I want. Right, where's a place to put it there? Join them together. Use and load and start. Settings, sheets, back, tasks, trigger an attack. Done. Whatever I did. Oh, a minute. BAT mod test. Here we go. Get a gun. Get a big gun. I'll do. Get one of these. Right. Combat. 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 Well, when you make these batch files, you tell it like, give me combat armor. And it doesn't give you combat armor. It gives you a modified one. Whatever you do. Oh. I don't recognise that gun. What? Should we wait a bit? Maybe they'll just walk in. They should. Eventually. But they do take a while because we're a long way away. I mean, I can fix that sometime, but for now, no. Do you remember where I put it? I don't. Down here somewhere. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. COC. It says teleport away and back sometimes, so I'll do that. Vault 111 outside. And wait. Yeah, I'm still here. See, people ask me about modding and stuff like that, but I know this is really nerdy stuff. A lot of people won't be interested in the slightest. So I think to mix it up with all the Let's Plays and stuff is a bit... You get lost, or people won't want to watch both, stuff like that. So I'd rather just do it like this. A separate channel. So separate channel you can see in the bottom right corner is called ThordMods. Main channel is called ThordTV. So if you want Let's Play, pop over to ThordTV. If modding's your thing, this is where it happens. Modding of Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, Special Edition. Don't think I'll do separate Skyrim ones because they're much the same. There's another one. Don't know. Maybe Farming Simulator 17. Maybe Sacred 2. We'll see. Not quite sure. I haven't decided. I'm not so big on Farm Sim 17 as I used to be, and so I mean I cannot do it if I'm going to be bored. It's not going to happen, is it? It just occurred to me, if that thing, whatever it is, that spawned in, walks up this road, he is going to shoot it. And I would never know. Yay, readers! Oh. It works! Spawned an attack. Look at that. Lovely. What have you got? Nothing. Okay. Well, yeah, it works. So, what have we got? We've got a settlement where we can scrap almost nothing. Look. There's not a lot to scrap here. I think I can do that. But, so that's all going to have to be fixed and changed, isn't it? Either with a mod or with... So look, you can do those sandbags, but not these. I didn't understand. The thing I don't like about the it's annoying me because he's wiggling. Yeah. Now he's wiggling more, and I'm gonna have to. It won't let me. Excuse me a minute. Yeah, alright. Repair it? Oh, because I've been shooting it. Alright, so anyway, yeah, I don't like the mod that lets you delete lots of stuff, fixes that you can delete the road, and I don't like that. I've had problems before with myself with that mod, and I've finished up, I've deleted a wall or a house by accident, and I can go back to a save, but sometimes I forget to save for like 10 minutes, and there's 10 minutes gone, and then I'll do it again, and I'm just not very good at doing it. I tend to delete stuff I don't want to delete. So the last time I made the mod, I made it so I could delete everything in here that I didn't want myself without using the other mod. And I don't use the other mod. I made my own. So I don't know, but I mean, you can imagine with all this tidied up and build where you like. But it's weird what you've got to do. You've got, if you want to fix it so you can build on the roof or even in here, in this this place, what you have to do, it's made of lots of little things, and you have to separate them all, which is a real pain in the neck to do, and then insert a script or a keyword or something into it. So that's a real nuisance. And this building, I thought, I know, I'll look, you've got upstairs on the top, look, with some windows, and down here and in the middle. So I thought I'll put the middle floor in because it's not there. But you can't. You can go up to the top where there's no windows at all. Look, they've been Bethesda, look. Walk outside, look. Windows. Go inside. Well, no windows. Anyway. And then you go down here a bit. More windows up. No. Stairs. No windows. Just stairs. Isn't that rubbish? That's why, that's one reason to mod, you know? Fix it. Do that. Fix it. Go inside and fix it. Take out the stairs. Actually, you can't. You'd have to build it from scratch. So I don't know what you do. But there's other things you can fix in the game, so, you know. Oh, there's something in this mod that I'm making. If you want to delete that, it has to be in this mod. It's not in any other scrap mods that I can find. I'm surprised these roads are, because this is a road specific to Concord, but they're in it. Not quite sure why, but they are. I've also got, you know, remove dead bodies, but I thought about adding that to this mod, but I don't know. So much to do. Did you know, over here, yeah, I mean, I think most people know this. Whoop. You go in here and it's the speakeasy, yeah? You go in there and you go downstairs. The speakeasy, it kind of extends in different directions, or I can't remember which. But when you're walking around inside, the inside is bigger than the outside. Anyway, that's the point. It's like the TARDIS, Doctor Who. The inside of the speakeasy is a lot bigger than the inside of the speakeasy, and the windows don't match. It's terrible. I wanted to make it so you didn't. I thought if you could just walk in, open the door, perfect. Then you don't have to worry about load screens, and you could have that as part of your settlement. Nope, it's too big. You can't rebuild it all. If you try to move it out here, you can't. Problem with this too, because I didn't want to mess around with this because it's the quest happens in there, and so I can't really do that. But I could make a separate settlement in there for like a second one. So you could go in, you could have people living in there, build your stuff. Or I could make that one so you don't have people living in there, but you can have things in there. Build it yourself, but it's a player home, not a settlement. I've thought about doing that too. But then when I was testing before, I just built on a top and put a lift on the outside. So I don't know what to do with that. That's why you're here a bit. Help me out. So there we are. I've had some fun, but I'm a nerd. So I'm gonna knock it on the head, say goodnight, and go and say hello to my wife, who is, if I recognise her. I do spend a lot of time in here. All the best. Bye.